all of the marvels of science and technology, all of the electronics and mechanical wonders, are just some new means of and less of the appearances in the lives of men. The reason we emphasize machines and technology is to free men and to find the meaning of their own existence and lives. We've got to get away from this limited, I did this and I did that, and the self-centeredness that dominates our society today. It must be a privilege to serve members of society. Not that we want rewards or medals or honor for what we do, because it is just an honor to do it. Americans have been conditioned in their kind of society to get a different kind of car next year, to buy a new television set or a tape recorder. We are radical as hell. But our political and social institutions have not changed. And this is where we are stagnating, because we always equate any new idea with communism or regimentation, because we've been brought up to fear that which is new. We've got to reorganize our way of thinking and reconsider our social aims. The entire money-structured and materialistic-oriented society is a false society. What kind of competition is there in your body? Suppose your brain said, I'm the most important organ, and the liver said, I am, and I want to go a free enterprise system. You'd rot away in a month if every organ of your body went out for itself. Your whole banking system is utterly corrupt. Your lending institutions have loused up the system, but there's nobody out there telling you what's wrong with it. So it looks okay to you. I'm not afraid of anybody. I don't work for anyone. I am afraid to live in the society we live in today. Our society cannot be maintained by this type of incompetency. It was great, the free enterprise system, about 35 years ago. That was the last of its usefulness. We had the brains, the know-how, the technology, and the feasibility to build an entirely new civilization.
Liebe Damen und Herren, ich darf Sie recht herzlich bei der dritten jährlichen Veranstaltung von Z-Day willkommen heißen. Das Team der Zeitgeistbewegung freut sich, Ihnen heute die Ideen des Venus-Projektes und der Ressourcenwirtschaft vorzustellen zu können. Messieurs, dames, bienvenue à Z-Day, notre réunion annuelle pour la discussion des idées du projet Venus. Le mouvement Zeitgeist attend avec impatience de discuter de ces idées avec vous. Señoras y señores, bienvenidos a Z-Day, nuestra tercera reunión anual para la discusión de las ideas del proyecto Venus. Los miembros del movimiento Zeitgeist esperan con muchas ganas discutir nuestra ideológica con ustedes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Z-Day. People who came to Manhattan from around the world, and the 1,000 or 2,000 people watching this online. We are from all over the world, and so I tried my best to include as many with my ramblings in various different languages as possible. I'd like to apologize for my terrible pronunciation. This is our third annual event, and there is really a one-word way of summing up why we're here. Japan. This kind of stuff can't carry on. We are in danger, and we have the ability to solve these problems, but we don't, and hence we are always in a reactive way of trying to fix society and going as it breaks down more and more. That's really one of the ways we can describe why we're here. Obviously, it is a much vaster and more broad understanding that we present for you today. A couple of things: turn off your mobiles. We love technology, but we don't want being interrupted by it. So do that, please. The hashtag for Twitter, if you want to ask questions or if you want to make anything or follow us or add us, is @ZDay2011, all one word. That's what that is. Okay, just a quick description of what's coming up today. We are going to have this rambling opening, and then we're going to hear from two people. We are obviously a movement that is structured a bit differently, so we're starting off by showing you a little bit of the history, a little bit of where we are and where we're kind of based and what we do. Then after that we have the, so that was the UK, then we have the international one as well. Gilbert will be talking about that. There was a taxi about a year and a half ago that drove around London covered with the Venus Project and has the Venus Project Foundation in it. We've got Danny, who drove that cab here today to address you briefly. And then we've got the all-important translation team that translate all of our resources, all of our information into as many languages as we can so that everybody's can access it equally. So there's about a 20-minute discussion on how we do that. And then we've got Andrew Buxton with the Venus Project Design doing half an hour on what those guys do to the various designs that Jacques Fresco and the Venus Project produce. Then there's going to be a break. All right, so there'll be a break, about half an hour, something like that. After that, we've got Joe Gosling, a student from Sheffield, I believe it is, talking about cultural assumptions. That'll be about 40 minutes. Peter is here, obviously, as well today, talking about arriving at the resource-based economy, and that's probably going to be about 45 minutes. Then another break for about half an hour, and then we have quite a lot in one go. We have Will Dixon talking about Activism 2.0. Jim Phillips has recently started something on specifically the education sector, which is a very interesting thing. I will speak to you, if you let me, about the innovation war. It's about 6:45, and Peter will close, probably around 7:25, something like that. So that's what we have for you today. So next I'd like to call up Simon to discuss what's going on in the UK project. Simon.
Before I start testing, can you hear me up as well? Everyone hear me okay? Cool. Okay, so I'd like to give you a brief overview of the UK chapter as it currently stands, and that will give you an idea of what we've done so far and what we plan to do in the future. So the UK chapter officially launched the UK chapter website officially launched in August 2009, and since then has gone from strength to strength. We initially started off with 3 main chapters in London, Bristol and Glasgow, and this quickly expanded to include Leeds, Birmingham, Manchester and Brighton. Sorry about that. In 2009 we had 2 big events in London which completely sold out. One was a lecture by Peter Joseph called Where Are We Now? And the other one was a double lecture by the Venus Project when Jacques and Roxanne visited the UK. Both of these events had a big impact and really helped the UK chapter grow, especially the London chapter. Since then, the growth rates continue to increase, resulting in a lot of interest in the movement, especially in London. 2010 was a very interesting year for the movement, and we had many different events in the UK. Z-Day in March last year was very successful, with 12 events across the UK. There was a large event in Bristol, which had 250 people attending, and the London event was sold out with about 400 people attending as well, and that helped start the UK lecture team. Since then, the UK lecture team has given many other lectures and talks at other events and discussion groups. We've also started giving presentations at schools, which you'll hear more about later on today. And we also had, as Ben mentioned, the Venus Project taxi driving around London for a year, which attracted a lot of attention from the public. August last year was a very active month as Jacques and Roxanne visited the UK during the Venus Project World Lecture Tour. 200 people attended the first lecture in Glasgow and 300 people attended the second lecture in Bristol. Both of these events proved to be very successful and people from all over the UK attended. In the same month, we had our first annual UK chapter meeting in Bolton, which is a really good opportunity for all of the active UK members to meet each other in person and collaborate on projects. We hope to have these meetings every year at different locations, with presentations from each active chapter and workshops to teach members new skills so they can get involved. Many of the UK chapters have been doing regular information tours to help engage with the public about this direction. The North West England chapter, who are here today, have been the most active with information stalls, and they recently completed a successful tour of all the major towns and cities there. In London, we do an information stall every month, as well as a meeting every month and a documentary screening with a discussion. We have a lecture team for anyone who wants to do public speaking and lectures. A Venus Project design team for architects, engineers, scientists, technicians, and anyone with CAD experience to help with the technical designs and architectural projects. And we're in the process of starting a PR team as well. So the best way to get involved with your local chapter is to attend the meetings and participate in any activities and events which they have scheduled. The recent launch of Zeitgeist Moving Forward in the UK was very successful, and we had 19 screenings in total during the official 10-day launch period in January. Some good turnouts, 110 people attending the Edinburgh screening, 110 at the Glasgow screening, 110 at the Chichester screening, 170 at the Belfast screening, 210 at the Cardiff screenings, and 430 at the London screenings. And this helped many of the new chapters get more active, the new members eager to participate. The launch was a good indication of how active the UK chapter is, as well as the rest of the chapters across the globe. So I've been helping to set up and organise the UK chapters for about a year and a half now, and I've seen it grow from 3 initial chapters at the start, all the way up to 20 active town and city chapters today. It's been constant growth over the last year, which has now increased since the launch of the new film. We will continue to organise major events throughout the years ahead, giving presentations and lectures to various audiences and groups across the UK. We have many events planned for the future, including a possible music festival in the summer in the West Midlands and our annual UK chapter meetings once a year. All of the upcoming meetings and events in London are listed on the Meetup group and on the events page of the UK chapter website as well. And we also have online UK meetings every Monday at 9 PM, where all of the UK chapters meet to keep updated, discuss important topics, and organise future events. The next step is to focus more on workshops and training at future events, to give members new relevant skills so they can participate more and help with the transition into a resource-based economy, which of course is our aim. So this could be anything from video editing, computer-aided design, hydroponics, permaculture, getting into the grid, or any other skills that